All right. So, welcome everybody that is joining us for this client interview. Today we're joined by our clients, Nick and Jax, who I believe we onboarded you guys at the start of June. I don't have the exact date, but now it is the start of October. So they're killing it right now. So today we're just going to break down kind of their story and their experience so far working with us. So Nick and Jax, for those watching at home who like don't know you guys, just introduce yourselves and tell the people like what niche you guys are in and what you guys offer.
Cool, cool. All right. Um, yeah, I'm Jax, one of the co-founders of Insight AI. I'm 21. We run a conversational AI software company. So we sell conversational AI. We build that infrastructure into businesses, and we also partner with agencies and help them resell the conversational AI as a part of their offer.
Yeah, I'm Nick. I'm also the co-founder, and same story as Jax, except I'm 19.
Gotcha. And then, so if just to like paint a good picture for the people who are watching at home, so like where were you guys before like we started working together, and where are you guys now in terms of first off like new additional revenue added, and then also just the sort of transformation you guys have been on, and I know you guys have had multiple different offers, and it's been kind of a journey for us both. So just walk us through that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure, for
so
sure. You want to go?
yeah, so yeah, sure, I'll go. Yeah, so before we started in June with Jason Marcos, we had a infrastructure in place. So we were starting to get things put together, but we didn't really have, I would say, the most optimal things going. So honestly, like I can't pinpoint exactly what was before and after, but all I know is in terms of revenue, we were sitting at about like we were already doing 25, 30K a month. And Jason and Marcos pretty much came and refined everything. I really can't pinpoint one thing that they did. They initially came on and worked on copy, like a lot of copy. But like since we've started, we've hosted an entire webinar entirely done by them, like over 200 slides. The funnels prepared for that, all done by them. We've optimized like our booking pages. So we've got entirely new done booking pages on ClickFunnels for both our partner and our end user. And that kind of offer has been switched around a lot since then. And we worked together with Jason Marcos to kind of focus and dial in on one offer. And they really helped us refine that and get our school community to, I believe right now we're sitting at 4,100 members. I'm going to double check though. Yeah, 4,100 members. So I believe in beginning of June we were sitting at around 1,000 members.
Yep.
So pretty crazy growth. And just everything they came in and they pretty much just whipped up everything. Initially, they're coming in as like the copy side of things, but it really turned into, I would say, a refinement of our entire infrastructure. Creating everything from webinars to funnels to assisting us with content, getting on by like calls every the other day, like really so much value packed into one service, and just a refinement of everything all together, really making things a lot better overall in the business and the quality, and as a result we're now doing about 55K a month. That's kind of what we're averaging now, and significantly higher profit margins than before. They hooked us up with now an entire setting team, setting manager. So our setting's been automated, whereas before we were actually setting. Um, so there's nothing but good things that I can say about it. I tried to pack it all in. I don't know if Jax wants to add anything else or if I missed something.
Yeah, sure. I see like before our biggest issue was we had systems in place, but it was super inconsistent. Like Nick said, we had months where we hit 30K, but then I remember April we hit like 32K. Then May we dropped down to like 20K. Then June we
Hmm.
dropped down to like 15K. And then we partnered with started working with Marcos and Jason, and they took a look at everything, helped us refine everything. And they let us know at the start, they're like, look, this isn't immediate. You're not going to see clients pulling through in a week, but give it a month or so, and you're going to see everything compounding. And so we were like, all right, cool. We were a little hesitant. We started building everything, or they built everything. Sorry, the funnels, helped with the automation sequences that we had in place, refine all the copy, just make everything, like Nick said, refined and a lot more effective. And then after after a month, and they also helped us refine our whole school community, all the copy inside of there, the engagement, everything like that. And then after about a month, that first month, it was like midway through July when all of a sudden it picked up. And then July ended up being a record month for us, where we went doing like 15K in June, which was one of our lowest months, to broke 50K in July, and then 45K in August. And then we just had another record month where it's about 52K or 50 something around there, 51, 52K in September. And those were the first ever months where we had three consistent, even two consistent back-to-back months. And we had three back-to-back. And now I'm confident October is going to be another record month. And that was all because of the systems that they helped implement, all the processes they helped refine. And now it's they've set up this ecosystem to where just as long as we don't mess anything up, it's just going to keep compounding and we're going to keep seeing these results. And so they really helped, they crushed it and helped set up absolutely everything to make that happen.
And because a lot of shit online, you can't really trust what anyone says.
Yeah, pull
I'll
out
pull
the
up the
receipts.
Stripe right here. So right here you can see July until October now, 137K. There's still a couple. I think like we're missing a couple thousand here from PayPal.
Show
And
June,
another
right before. Show June right
Yeah,
before they
and
joined.
then so let's go to June, and then we'll do this end of June here. Let's see what it looks like.
Oh, geez.
So look at that.
Yep.
We got 12K right there, and then
Damn.
the month right after,
Yep.
58, right? So
Fire.
pretty crazy. Oh wait, oh, that's
Holy shit. I was
including
about to say, we did 58 in
48.
July, bro. God
No,
damn.
it's 48 right there. Oh, it
Yep.
keeps on selecting it. But anyways, we did 12, so 46, and then there's some missing there.
Yeah.
About 5 grand in PayPal. So just want to, show with proof just in case.
Yeah. Awesome. Well,
So,
yeah, I was gonna save this till the end, but I guess I'll just ask you, like, how does that consistency kind of feel? And then tell everybody where you guys are going next month and what you guys are gonna be able to do.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
the consistency is really it's like a stress reliever. Because a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, it got to my head, and running a business is a mental challenge. It's very stressful, and at moments I thought like, oh, did we just get lucky, a few times last month? But we realized our systems just weren't in place properly, and once they were, consistency, is only with a good offer, and as long as we're providing value with the infrastructure and everything that was set up by Jason and Marcos and our work together, it it wasn't, we weren't lucky. It was hard work put together with a good offer. Um, so yeah, I think it's crazy, and because of that, in our consistency, we're actually able to leave our hometown, and we're gonna be moving to Miami for a bit. We rented a nice luxury penthouse. I can even pull up some pictures here for proof.
Do it.
But yeah, we rented a nice 7K a month luxury penthouse in South Miami Beach. Super good location. So I could pull up some pictures here really quick. Let's minimize. So
What a
super nice
place.
spot. Yeah, super nice spot in Miami. And with the consistency and the revenue coming through, we're actually going to stay here for about maybe 1, 2 months, and then we're going to be hitting Bali in January. Um, so yeah, that's what consistency and hard work will do. And if you guys want to be in the same spot, just work with Marcos and Jason. I'm telling you,
You
telling
guys
you.
are awesome. You guys are awesome. I want
Yeah.
I want to mention something really quick. I don't want to overlook this. Jax, freaking when we first met Jax and Nick, both of them were so shy in front of the camera, content and content recording. Bro, they both were not used to it at all. It was something they were super used to. I mean, these guys are business owners, they're agency owners. That's their forte. But we got in a couple calls. I would hop on calls like Nick was talking about every other day, 3 calls a week. And just over time, I started seeing results. In fact, Jax, bro, I know you saw 4x, 5x jump in your views on your YouTube channel. You had your whole YouTube strategy change up, added thumbnails, better titles, better targeting. And then we also incorporated that into your school. Bro, I saw your content revamp. And so, like, bro, that was awesome seeing what your YouTube channel did. What were your thoughts on everything so far, just before recording to like now and posting consistently?
And then let me add on to that real quick, Jax.
Yeah.
What do you think that did to like the call quality? Because I know that was a main bottleneck when we came in, was close rate and call quality. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember you talking to me about that. So just tell the audience about that.
Yeah, for sure. So firstly, the close rate's been consistently going up month over month. So where last month was our highest close rate that we've had yet, and yielded, a record month. And a lot of people now will mention, if they hop on calls, they saw our YouTube videos. I don't have a big channel by any means, but people will still hop on calls and say, hey, I saw some YouTube videos. I saw some of Nick's videos. And they'll come on and they'll say they watched some of our content. That helps a ton, just with trust on the call and them wanting to buy and seeing that you're all about the AI. You know what you're doing is essentially, it helps a lot. And in terms of the content side of things, I didn't think there was that much to content, but clearly I was completely wrong. When we started talking, I didn't think, none of these things even crossed my mind, of all the kind of different aspects you have to take into account. I just kind of threw the camera up and didn't have any planned, or didn't worry about tonality, or I just it was bad quality content before. And then we hopped on calls. It was for a few weeks, it was like 3, even 4 times a week, hopping on calls and just breaking down, watching as we record and giving us live feedback. And so that helped a ton, just kind of opened my eyes to what you do to consider with content. And yeah, it increased the views, got better quality calls coming through through the funnel, and just through organic content as a whole. And it's been massive for sure.
Yep. Dude, it's been
Awesome.
awesome to see your content journey. I'm not gonna lie, Jax. I love watching from where you went with the Instagram Reels at first to where you are now with your Reels and with your YouTube content, like all of it all together. And then seeing just the metrics, bro. Like I said, seeing that boost in views, seeing like you go from like 20 views, 50 views, 10 views to multiple hundred views of video. Like that's awesome. That's my favorite part. Obviously, you can't go wrong with those metrics, bro.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I remember you mentioning the, like, I know, Marcos especially, I know you were doing a lot of the content kind of direction on the calls and stuff, but I wanted to ask, what did you guys think of like the communication with us and like meeting 3 times a week, and just like how do you think that helped us get to where we wanted to get to?
Oh, super
Yeah, I
good,
think it
especially at the
was.
start. Yeah, especially at the start, having that quick communication, easy feedback. And even if we messaged in the channels or anything, it was like we were communicating pretty much, it was daily, really, right?
Yep.
Especially at the start, really frequent communication, being able to implement something you told us, and then see the results, and then have a call pretty much 2 days later, no matter what time of the week it was. So yeah, that quick feedback was super, super useful.
I found it quite similar to whenever me and Jax experience a problem in our business, we kind of get together, say like, hey, like, were you good for a quick call? It was kind of a similar experience where we felt that you guys were almost like semi-partners or co-owners when we ever experienced a problem, because we kind of broke it apart together and then figured out the solution together from your guys' experience and what we think as well. So almost coming together as a team, and I think there's a couple moments that was super crucial and very effective.
I can think of a moment off the top of my head. I mean, just seeing the whole transition from where you guys went from reselling and having your own license with another platform to developing your own platform, and the whole transition from being a consulting business agency to actually switching over to your own conversational AI SaaS. I mean, bro, so many nights where we all had to talk together. Talk to us about that transition.
Yeah, it was so a big part of the business, and a realization that me and Jax found really quickly is when you're running a SaaS and a software business, it's really hard to be a glorified freelancer in the fact that not only now do you have to worry about sales, marketing, consistency, client success, fulfillment, but you also now have to manage, be in charge of a team of software engineers and leading the platform itself. So part of the development of the platform was more responsibility for an actual business owner. And what Jason Marcos helped a lot with was delegating, certain tasks that we didn't need to do with people who are experts in that field, and not only replacing and saving us time, but saving us money by being able to put our time towards something that truly mattered rather than continuing that process and becoming a glorified freelancer. So it was a huge change, right? Going from agency to now a SaaS company, and delegating those tasks to other people who are better than us really saved a lot of time and money and improved KPIs, right? Because they had more experience, they did those tasks better than us, and that gave us more time to then do what we do best, which is managing, overseeing, seeing what we can do to improve the business in the future, and not just being a glorified freelancer.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. And with that, like the delegation, I know one of those things was, which I know like as business owners, you guys definitely don't want to have to focus on is like shit like building funnels, right? And
Yeah.
so,
Hmm.
bro, how did you like the funnels? I think I made 3 of them for you. So I just want to get your
Hmm.
opinion on that.
Yeah, oh my gosh, they were so sexy. The first time I saw the gold funnel, it blew
Yeah.
my mind. It was something that um you know Go high level templates were going to last for very long, and um the change, even though we thought that it wasn't going to be a big difference, definitely helped. And building funnels is quite time consuming, as well as optimizing for the best conversions. We're not copywriters, right? So we don't know the best conversions. We don't know, what to put the headline, what's the best way to target, for top of funnel, mid of funnel, etc. So just having somebody in that field who's an expert and knows what they're doing, really helped us.
We get people on the sales calls complimenting the funnel and the VSL, the whole process, the
That's
thank you
awesome.
page. People
Hmm. Hmm.
compliment it. Yeah.
That's
That
awesome.
is awesome. Yeah.
I
Well,
was
yeah,
loving it. So sexy, so sexy.
yeah, that's dope. And so the speaking of sales process, the last thing I really want to dive into is just that, because in my opinion, and Marcos, I really want you to speak on this a lot too,
Yeah.
is I think that was one of the biggest factors to consistency is getting an actual, setting system, having
Yeah.
Angelo run things. And it took a while to figure out. It took a lot of calls, it took a lot of effort. I'm sure, Marcos, I'll just let you take over because I'm sure,
Yeah.
you could speak.
It obviously it took a lot of iteration, but I think going back and forth with setters and different approaches and different even ways of contacting the leads. We did everything from callers, we did SMS, we did WhatsApp, we even tried to test Instagram. So many different things. I want to hear what your guys' opinion was, what your thoughts were on the whole process. I mean, before the setters were implemented up to today.
Yeah, I'd say right now, like 95% of the consistency and revenue coming through right now is due to the fact that we have a proper setting team in place. And pretty much before, we were sending one automated message when everyone joined our free community, and the rest was like me answering whenever I could, every once in a while. And just the fact that we have setters consistently in place, and they're a lot better than me at setting. We have a manager who oversees them, works with them. It's honestly been a huge game changer, like the biggest implementation, and I think for the future will be what gets us to consistent, like 100, 150K a month. Basically, just scaling the ads, hiring on more setters, ensuring that they're being trained properly by the setting manager, and pretty much just multiplying, right? Just repeating, and doing a little bit more volume. So that
Yeah.
was a huge game changer implementing those setters. Without it right now, we wouldn't have hit 50K the last 3 months.
Yeah, for
100%.
sure, for sure. It's like not only the direct like financial gain we've gotten from having the setters, but just the time we've gained by having Angelo manage the setters to where we hop on a call with Angelo and the setters twice a week. Other than that, Angelo is fully managing the setters. He's taking care of all of it. He's the setting manager now. And so, like Nick said, if we need to scale, we bring on new setters. He takes care of it. And we scale the ads, and that freed up so much of our time to be able to hire on other engineers, worry about other tasks in the business, improve the sales process, working more with you guys, all that sort of stuff really compounded. And now especially after a few months now, we're really seeing the consistent growth from it.
Yep. Obviously, I mean, it's been a whole process, a whole journey, and it's like it's awesome to see the results now. But I just want to talk about oh my gosh, when we first got into the setting team, we had to test with dialers, we had to test with SMS, we had to test with school, we had to optimize for all these different first messages. I know that you guys seeing all these different testing, different options at first was overwhelming, but I wanted to ask from like going through it all, then what was like the one thing that made you guys realize like, okay, this is super powerful. Let's keep putting our time into the setters. Just wanted to ask.
Yeah, for sure. It was pretty quick. It was really like we've talked about, right? Just it's a numbers game, right? Volume negates luck. That's what you've been saying since day one. And getting those setters in there, just hammering out the numbers. And just really the main thing was refining their skills over time to now where they're effective. They're consistently booking. But yeah, just
And
having that
also
volume going out.
one thing to add in onto what Jack said is a big thing was putting standards in place. So a lot of times, even before when we would hire on, for example, our closers in the past, we didn't really put standards in place because we didn't really know what standards to have. So, for example, like our first setter that we brought in, he took over, or closer that we brought in, he took over 100 calls and didn't close a single deal. Now I'm talking about when we hired on our setter in the beginning of, I think it was like February, something like that. Um, the change and the implementation of when we bring on a setter, we hold them to a certain standard where if
Yep.
they're not doing a certain amount of outreach or whatever, they're instantly replaced. As like an example, Josh was, we realized very quickly that volume was in his game. And instead of, normally we would have fired, we found something better for him and as a triager. And we quickly identified that at the time Marcos was managing him. And we identified that problem really quickly, and now he is a killer triager. He gives very good confirmation reports before every single call, and because of his experience, he's actually going to be our CSM that we're going to be bringing on due to the fact that since we're able to scale and we have the money for it, we can delegate more time, that's unneeded for simple questions to a CSM. So that's as time goes on, we're scaling the team and we're able to give certain tasks to certain people by holding everyone we hire onto a certain standard, which was something that wasn't done in the beginning, and is a huge deal, right? Especially for these smaller roles and commission-based roles like setters, closers, triagers.
Great takeaway. And I think that is something really important to take in mind, especially from the start. I remember with the setting team, it was really important about hitting KPI, hitting expectations. And as time went on, we only optimized that process. We only made sure that we got a lot harder on it, make sure that we were tracking how much outbound, like Jax was just talking about, outbound with school, outbound with calls. And then again, volume negates luck. We had this down to a predictable, trackable system. We knew how many inputs required to get the output. And that's everything we led with the setting team. And I mean, now today, if we just take a transition from what you just talked about, February to now, I know these boys, I know they're all sending end of day reports, hitting over
Yeah.
hundreds of days in KPIs. Everything is in KPI. I know you guys are super happy about seeing all that. It makes me excited seeing everything so far, just with the time we've taken to build out all these systems to get them within KPI. So I love that you both talked about one, setting expectations, and then two, just hitting KPI, just straight up making sure that volume negates luck, making sure you're sitting there doing that inputs.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a pleasure working with you guys, and anybody, I highly recommend if you have any sort of inconsistency or you're just looking to scale your client acquisition systems as a whole, I highly recommend working with Marcos and Jason here. It will be worth your while.
I'm telling you, you better join quickly before their prices go up. I don't know what they're charging now or what percent commission they're taking, but I guarantee that they're going to bring you a ton of value, whether that's refining what you currently have in place if you're already doing a certain amount of money per month, or whether you need to start and build something from scratch, I would 100% recommend them. No doubt about it. As you can see, right, straight proof here, 100% transparency.
It's been a
Awesome.
pleasure working with you
Yeah.
guys. I just want to say that we've been blessed to be able to get not only this opportunity to work with you guys, but to get as close as you guys with we are. Not only do we look at you guys as partners, we look at you guys as friends. It's been awesome to grow this friendship, and we're so thankful for you guys.
We'll see you
Glad
guys
to
in
hear it.
Miami.
I'm glad to
Don't
hear it.
worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real
We'll see you
quick,
guys at the top.
you guys can shout out your socials, whatever. I'll put in the link to the description of this video. I'm gonna put it on my channel. That's for sure. So if you want to do that, you can do that right now.
Yeah, so my Instagram is nick.vasiliou, and then my YouTube is also, I believe, Nick Vasiliou. So you can sub to me on YouTube and Instagram, and if you want an AI caller, just hit us up.
The best AI
Yep.
The
caller.
best AI caller. That's right.
Exactly.
Well,
Yep,
awesome,
yep.
Liz. So
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
if
we
you're-
forgot Jax. We forgot Jax's
Yeah,
social.
Jax,
Oh
gotta
shoot,
put
I
it.
was just
yeah.
gonna leave out Jax.
Oh yeah, I Instagram, same as you see it spelled here on Zoom, Jackson.Delorme. YouTube is Jax Delorme. Go follow. Book if you're looking for an AI caller, will transform your business. But if you're looking to scale the sales system, work with these guys. It'll change your business.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these guys are taking over the AI space. So
Like
yeah,
100%.
seriously.
yeah. If you guys are watching
100%.
this and you want to scale your info products to, high five, even 6 figures per month, like Nick and Jax here very soon, click the button on your screen, click the link in the description wherever you're watching this, and let's see how we can help you out. Book a call. And yeah, thank you, Nick and Jax, for doing this. And yeah, I appreciate you all for watching.
Thank you, boys.
All right, thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
See ya.
Yeah.